Okay, we are live. Ah, wait a minute. Whoops. There we go. That's what we want to see first. It's like the start of the Tex Avery cartoon, Batty Baseball, where it just goes like right into the action. It just shows the title, Batty Baseball, and then there's some crazy stuff going on, and then the ball player just stops, screeches to a halt, and he's like, "Hey man, who made this picture? You know, the thing with the lion roaring and the you know, it's just proper etiquette, I guess. Although nowadays, a lot of movies show the credits at the end because they think nobody watches the credits, which of course is total BS. And there are Nero ads popping up on my computer as I do this. Let's grab the notes, of course, because these are the all-important notes. As the title suggests, this is my my lovely apartment here in Seaford, New York. You'll notice there's some boxes behind me. Did I leave the light in the kitchen? I did. This is my very last vlog in this space, in this apartment. This was my first apartment. I moved out of my parents' house in January of 2015, and it was a big step forward. I was now fully independent, supporting myself, and it meant a lot of changes, a lot of sacrifices, but thankfully I have a good enough job where I can afford to have this apartment and at the same time do what I love to do, which is draw silly pictures and, you know, interact with you fine people, because you really are very fine people. Those of you who have supported me buying the comics by reading the comic strips, you know, even if you don't ever give me a dime, you know, just the fact that you know about LuckyZilla and you read his adventures every week, you know, that's good enough for me. I mean, I do want to make money because you know, I want to be even more independent than I am now. I want to buy a house someday. I can have like a big music room or whatever. That would be amazing. But I digress. I'm thinking a little too far ahead. Now, I was going to, there we go, set a timer. See, I'm getting a little bit more organized. I moved into, looking at the Lucky plush over there, who you can follow pretty much daily on Instagram. The LuckyZilla Instagram is as such. I will put it on screen, and I will also share it in the links in the comments of this video. Just give me a second to do that. I mean, theoretically, that should work. Or here's just the name. LuckyZilla _IG. I mean, the more exposure this gets, the better. I'm going to hold it here for just a little bit, so you can like write it down or something. And that's okay, and that's just about enough of that. Now, you've noticed that, you know, we have I say we meaning me, the LuckyZilla plush going around with his little shenanigan on Instagram. Today in particular, when I went into Manhattan and I went to Macy's to meet Don Oriolo, otherwise known as the Felix the Cat guy. He's the son of Joe Oriolo, who was mentored by Felix the Cat creator Otto Messmer, and who ended up taking over the character when Messmer retired. and Don took over from his father when he retired. So I mean, this is 3 generations of Felix the Cat artists, and Don did this wonderful book. Gotta get a little plug in here. He's done 2 wonderful Felix the Cat painting books. You can pick it up on Amazon. You can pick it up from, I believe it's felixthecat.com. I wasn't originally going to throw this in there, but I figured, why not? Macy's Herald Square is huge, and I was walking around there with the Lucky plush like clutched very tightly to me. It was very close quarters. I had a lot of people asking me, "Oh, what's that?" and several people even wanting to take pictures with him while I was there and on the commute back to Astoria to visit with my best friend Kevin Lasani, who was doing the music for LuckyZilla. More into the animated LuckyZilla towards the end of this vlog. The biggest announcement that I have to make right now, and I'm very thrilled to be able to bring this to your attention. We have LuckyZilla merchandise available. Unfortunately, not the plush. Sorry to disappoint you. But we do have t-shirts, we have sweatshirts, we have these long sleeve t-shirts that are called baseball jerseys. We have stuff for the men, we have stuff for the women, and we have stuff for the kids, and we have stuff for your dog. Yeah. This is all powered by cafepress.com. There's a lot of people that use Cafe Press. I don't know off the top of my head, but it seems pretty reliable. It's a nice way for LuckyZilla to make a little extra income, for you to wear a piece of LuckyZilla, and to remind you that you have to buy my comics so that I can keep doing them. So I'm going to show you basically, how to get there. I mean, there's one of 2 ways. There's the more complicated way, and there's, well, really the right way. You go to LuckyZilla.com, and you see this. Ooh, pretty. So you click that, you go to the LuckyZilla merchandise. And we got the people clothes, we got the household and the office, we got the accessories, and we got for the doggo. Let's go see what we got for the doggo. Okay, we got the doggo t-shirt. We got another doggo t-shirt. We got another doggo t-shirt. Let me zoom in so you can see that cute little doggo with the LuckyZilla t-shirts. And he looks very happy. He's like, I am doggo. I love LuckyZilla. And there is even a dog bed for doggo. I mean, you can look at all the specs on your own. Just about everything I think is imported, at least the materials, but they're all made in the United States. I myself do not handle the customer service, although if you were to ever have a problem, you can contact me and I'll see what I can settle. Everything is reasonably priced, in such a way that, number one, it's affordable, and number 2, so that this way I can make some money at this. So I mean, that's dog stuff. We got watches, we got we got 2 baseball caps, and we have some phone cases. Unfortunately, I only have iPhone cases right now because they offer Samsung Galaxy phone cases, but I wasn't really too thrilled with the way that they looked, with the way that the designs looked. And I mean, I could have just put a Lucky emblem on there, but I don't know. I wasn't really crazy about the way that my images fit on them without being microscopic. And as far as Android goes, there are just so many different Android devices. So it was just, iPhone makes sense. Let's do the iPhone. So now you have an excuse to get an iPhone so that you can get a really nice LuckyZilla case. We got a wall clock. We have a canvas pillow, and we have 2 mugs. And naturally, of course, we have people clothes, T-shirts, and such. This little ditty that I coughed up the other night. You can read the quote when you buy the T-shirt. Stuff they're the little ones, and of course the baby. You can give your kid a Lucky Zilla bib if you so desire. I highly recommend it because it puts money in my pocket, and I can continue doing comics, which is great. And we love when Rich Dresden does comics so that this way he can make a living and be happy. I like it being happy. Happy is good. Where are my notes? So go to luckyzilla.com, click on where it says Lucky Merch, that beautiful picture of beautiful possibilities for you to wear beautiful Lucky Zilla stuff. Do it. You know you want to. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it all. Buy everything. Everything ever. So that's very exciting. And speaking of comics, of course, tomorrow we release our usual comic strip every week. This is week 56 or 57. I am usually one or the other. When you've been doing it for so long and you can't remember it, then as far as I'm concerned, that's a good thing, because I'm proud of the work that I do. And I love being able to share it with you. And if you're an artist yourself and you're looking to get into this, it's if I inspire you in any way, let me know. Tell me. I need to know that I'm not alone in what it is that I'm doing. I need to know that there's other people out there that are like me, that are trying to do the same thing, you know, make a living at this. And I mean, it's tough. It really is tough, but I could go on about that for hours and still be exactly where I am right now, rather than just, you know, going to work, making money, and using that money to invest in myself. And the good thing about Cafe Press is I don't have to lay out any money for it, which is nice. So the comics, of course, tomorrow we release the new comic strip, as we do every Monday. Lucky Zilla number 3 is in production. For those of you who have not yet bought Lucky Zilla number 1 or Lucky Zilla number 2, both of which have been out for quite a few months now, buy them on luckyzilla.com. The printed version is only available in the United States for right now. I need to find some way of shipping it overseas for a reasonable price. And of course, you know, there are some countries in this world that don't allow PayPal, which doesn't make any sense to me, because every government likes to police the internet. But Lucky Zilla number 3 is going to feature a brand new, very exciting story, which will introduce us to a new and sadistically cruel villain. So more on that as it develops. Very excited. I mean, the story's all written. We're working on the backgrounds right now, and that's going to take us into our new studio, because a few nights ago I drew my very last strip for this studio. I'm not working on anything new right now because of the fact that you can't really see it behind me, but there's a lot of stuff that that needs to be gotten rid of. I mean, I'm packing. I just needed to do this for me because it was just one of those things that, you know, I feel I really need to do, because I have a lot of good memories in this apartment. And I've had the good fortune of spectacular landlords. They are so great. I'm going to miss them. I don't know if they're going to miss me. I hope they do. I hope I was a good tenant, and they're probably across from me right now hearing this. So
Yay.
In terms of what 2017 is going to hold, first of all, I don't know exactly what conventions I'm going to be doing. I live in New York. I make very little money. My money goes to my rent. My money goes to LuckyZilla. My rent goes to food, and very little else. So, I mean, the conventions, if you've never done a convention before, do something very small. Do something very local. Don't immediately just shell out a whole bunch of money and, you know, expect that you're going to immediately profit on it, let alone make it all back. Because that may or may not happen. It really all depends on what you have and how it resonates with people. So that remains to be seen, especially since, you know, those of you who have done conventions, I mean, they can be fun, but at the same time, you know, they're not always well organized. It's very up in the air. You just got to go with the flow. You know, everything is a learning experience. And I mean, in some cases it shouldn't be, like Newark Comic Con, which, you know, I'm going to keep this vlog positive, but don't do Newark, New Jersey. Do not do Newark Comic Con. It's a disaster. And if anyone from Newark Comic Con is listening to this, shame on you. Moving on. There is going to be a new animation sequence that I'm going to release after this live video for the animated half-hour Lucky. Those of you who know me personally have probably already seen this, but it's a really cool scene. It really brings us closer to these characters, these wonderful little characters that I've worked with for years now, who took their first steps in this apartment. I mean, I was sitting right here, not exactly at this desk, because I've been through 2 desks since I've been here. But I was right here, you know, late nights, weekends, you know, rummaging this stuff out. And by the end of 2017, I hope to have the brand new LuckyZilla cartoon ready to screen in and around the tri-state area. And of course online for a fee, because you can't work on something for years and not charge for it. That would just be, you know, something's got to give. You know, you got to make a living, especially if, you know, you're doing what you love. And I love what I do, and that, you know, is enough. That should be enough to get anyone started. So again, tomorrow, every morning, 9 a.m., you go on LuckyZilla.com. There's going to be a new comic there at the top. You can also find it on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Reading comics on YouTube is kind of difficult, because I don't know how fast any of you read. And that also would be kind of redundant for resolution purposes anyway. I mean, I'm just kind of rambling now. So for those of you who did tune in, I appreciate it very much. For those of you who didn't tune in, you'll be able to watch this whenever, because it's going directly on YouTube. And yeah, I will see you when I see you. Good night, good morning, wherever you happen to be in the world right now. And my best wishes to you all for a happy Thanksgiving.